Hello Internet, and welcome to my much delayed live reaction for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Chapter 18. When we last left our heroes, thanks to the White Witch's meddling, Mercfovia has lost all of his restraint, and is now just, destroying Elmina in a blind fit of rage. Caramel asked Team Natsu to just finish him off, that he's beyond all hope, and that he has to die. Meanwhile, back in Magnolia, we learned that Touka, who I'm still not entirely certain exists, just keeping that up there, that Touka joined Fairy Tail to have Wendy, with her enchanter powers, dispel the White Witch, who she still wants us to believe are two different people. Again, not buying it. And yeah, that's kind of where we left off last time. So now we have Chapter 18, Anguished Determination. The official continuation of the super popular fantasy, the Water God Dragon arc is coming to a boil. Our cover picture is Caramel watching Mercfovia plant something. Simple but happy days, in order to protect that smile. And then we have the start of the chapter. We open up right where we left off with Mercfovia just, streams of water all around him, rampaging in Mercfovia. We see, the ships in comparison to him are, nothing. He's, just the waves are smashing them onto the shore. The Water God Dragon rampages. How will Natsu respond to Caramel's sorrowful plea? And we see the town is being destroyed. Citizens are evacuating. Some of the citizens are praying to Mercfovia. I don't know if they recognize him as the guy destroying their town. Lord Water God, Lord Water God. And then we cut to Caramel still crying. Please. Kill Lord Water God Dragon. Put him to rest. With your Dragon Slayer powers. And Natsu just stares at her, eyes wide. We see Mercfovia roars again. Natsu looks at Mercfovia and flashes back to what Mercfovia, in his human form, talked to him about in the past. I will regain my powers and use them to turn this city back to what it once was. Until then, I can't afford to die. No, you should seal me. I will not tolerate any further impoliteness towards them. And then we're back in the present. But he's a good guy. All the more reason. Watching Lord Water God Dragon hurt people is unbearable. You guys came here to kill Lord Water God Dragon, didn't you? And Natsu, grabs Caramel by the collar. Just relying on the White Witch and just relying on us. That's awfully convenient for you. And Lucy, freaks out. Natsu! Cut it out! Because I'm not a mage. If I could use any magic. And Urza, grabs Natsu's arm. That's enough. This isn't the time to be arguing with each other. We don't do something, even if you say that. He's a good guy. You guys don't want to kill him either, right? If we look, there's gotta be something else. Anything else. And Charla walks up to him. We all get it. But you said it before. If they put so much as a scratch on my friends. We flash back to Natsu. I'll slay them all. At this rate, there won't be any helping the people of the city or us. We have to do it, even though it's sad. It's really rare to see Charla, stepping up to, play a role in anyone's, character arc besides Wendy. You know, we saw in the episode last weekend, she stood up for Happy, but that wasn't really affecting his character arc. So Charla and Natsu is really a dynamic I don't think we've ever seen before. So that's interesting to say the least. Anyway, Natsu is still shaking, just does not know what to do. He flashes back to Mercfovia again. That is why I've been waiting, for people who can kill me to come. And Caramel, falls to her knees. I beg of you, please. Natsu looks up and swallows. Let's go! Yeah! And they move off to end the life of Mercfovia. And Wendy instantly goes Dragon Force. Urza, Lucy, Gray, I'm adding a Dragon Slayer enchantment to your magic. Dragon Slayer's Crest. Is that something she's always been able to do? Because that's a really cool power-up. It fits really well with, just believing, that Wendy is trained for a year since Alvarez. You know, it makes that seemed like a natural step up in her powers, and I really like it. We see the three of them have like dragon forms of the fairy tale crest. That's also really cool. With this, all of our magics can damage a dragon. And then Happy takes Natsu flying up to Mercfovia. Oh! And Natsu flies right into Mercfovia's face and gets all the power in his fist. Fire Dragon Kings! Demolition Fist! And slams into Mercfovia's head with all of his fire magic. And then Gray comes up, Ice Cannon! And then Urza in her, like, angel outfit, I forget what it's called. Heaven's Wheel, Blumenblot! And then Lucy and Sagittarius, I think, is the horse archer. Both, she's in her Sagittarius star dress, and Sagittarius is also there. Starshot! Hello! All of them are, like, have these big explosions all over Mercfovia. Caramel is, like, crying and praying. Wendy lets out a Sky Dragon's roar that also hits Mercfovia. And Mercfovia, we see him, like, he flies out of the water and dives back down into the water. He went into the sea! And we hear a rumbling as Urza calls out, "What is this sound?" And he jumps back up again, spraying everyone with water. Huh? And what is that? Is that all the water outside Elmina is now above Elmina? Oh shit. The sea is in the sky? The hell is happening? And Lucy, looks down and sees the fish are now, like, on the dry sea floor. The seabed's all dried up. Mercfovia roars again. Gah. This is a god dragon. Meanwhile, in Magnolia, we see it raining. And Touka is free of her bonds. Or the White Witch is, or whichever she is. Again, I think they're the same person. She drinks tea. With this, one black bud has disappeared. Fairy Tale is now dyed white. She's taken out all of the magic of Fairy Tale. Fuck. Holy shit. While the grave disturbance strikes Elmina, calamity descends upon Fairy Tale, in the form of White Witch Touka. Yeah, this little blurb here, I'm definitely thinking they're one and the same. But, like, let's just see who all we've got here. We've got Droy, whatever. I think that's Warren, maybe, in the top right. Max, Kana. I can't tell who this big guy is on the left side of the page. Then we have, of course, Gajil, Levy, Lily, Jalal, Juvia, the Thunder God Tribe, Makarov, the Strauss Sisters. I'm trying to think who is here that could, like, fix this problem. I don't think this big guy in the top left is Elfman. He seems too... The body proportions don't seem right for that to be Elfman. So I think Elfman might not be here, or at least we don't know that he's here. Who else is there? Sabretooth and Mermaid Heel know there's an issue, right? They could come. I don't know who could stand up against Touka if she wiped out all of Fairy Tale like this. Or at the very least drained their magic. I'm trying to think of a way. And if Mira was still around, maybe she would have Sayla's curse powers, but we see she got Mira too. There aren't any demons left. I don't think Natsu uses curse powers as END. Does he? I don't know. It's been a while since then. Fuck. Fairy Tail's fucked. So when I saw this line about the one black bud, I thought she was talking about Mercfovia. But no, she's wiped out all of Fairy Tail's magic. She has all of it. God, okay. I don't know what to do about Touka. Like, if Touka took out all of Fairy Tale, all of them, all of the heavy hitters that aren't in Team Natsu, what can they do? There has to be something. You know, the way her powers work mean that she's not exactly, like, physically strong. So there are ways to get around Touka. But I don't know how they're gonna do it, given that all of our heroes are magic based, and she can wipe out anyone with magic. Ah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do about Touka. Anyway, the Mercfovia stuff is a lot more basic. It's good. You know, we see the incredible scope of Mercfovia's powers. It also looks like even with all that dragon slaying magic, we've not really done much of anything to Mercfovia. Like he looks pretty fine when we see him at the end there. Um, like all of that magic didn't jack shit to him. I don't know what we're gonna do about Mercfovia either. Mercfovia, at least we can just like overpower eventually. You know, if we keep surviving his attacks, you know, before this big thing with the sea and the sky, um, he hasn't exactly been doing a lot of damage to the cast of Fairy Tail, so I guess they keep like whittling it away. I mean, we'll have to see what he does with the sea right here, before we tell anything else about Mercfovia. Beyond that, the bit about Natsu, I don't think we've ever had to like have a fight like this, you know, where they're putting down a good person who can't help himself. So Natsu, like, wanting to hold fast to his ideals and not want to, like, kill somebody who's not doing anything, who's not a bad person, feels like Natsu. But of course, in the end, Natsu has to realize that Mercfovia would want to die right here. You know, it's what has to be done. Mercfovia has to be stopped. He's not pleased about it, but it has to be done. So yeah, this was a really good chapter. Also, again, I love the Dragon Slayer's crest ability. It's such a natural extension of Wendy's powers. It's also so not overpowered enough that like it hits just the sweet spot of like believable power-ups. That like it's great. I love seeing the Dragon Slayer's crest ability. I imagine he's going to be here a lot because we're slaying dragons all over 100 Years Quest. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. This was a wild chapter from start to finish, especially that finish. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass and I'll see you in the future. Bye!